You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thank you so much for listening to Sunny 93.3. I'm John Small. On October 10th, 2023, I was absolutely honored to join Midwest Honor Flight for the Clifford and LaVon Grace Foundation Mission 17. This amazing trip included about 85 veterans from Minnesota, South Dakota, Iowa, and Nebraska, heroes who fought in the Korean War and in Vietnam. And aboard this trip was somebody to represent every branch of the U.S. military. The day started very early at 3 a.m. as veterans and guardians are shuttled to the Sioux Falls Airport. By 5:15, Mission 17 was off the ground and headed for Washington, D.C.
My hope is for each of our veterans that the only memory of the war will be of this special day, that when those bad memories try to sneak in, you will just shake your head to get them out and only remember the memories of the day that you saw and felt a nation that is grateful for your sacrifices and a nation that is thankful for what you blessed us upon for the freedoms that we now have.
Our first stop was a trip to the Air Force Memorial, followed by a trip to the Marines Memorial of Iwo Jima. A little before noon, we arrive at Arlington National Cemetery. We make it just in time to witness the changing of the guard. Our next stop was a quick lunch at the Navy Memorial, followed by some time at the World War II Memorial. From there, it was a short trip to the Lincoln Memorial, where we spent some time at the Vietnam Wall and the Korean Memorial. Then it was back on the bus and headed back to the airport. The flight home was so different than the flight there. This honor flight had a wonderful impact on many people on board. And we had a great message from Aaron Van Beek, the flight director for Mission 17.
So I challenge you to share in this experience. Share in what this day truly means to you as a veteran and what this day can do for them.
As we touched down in Sioux Falls after a long day, there was an amazing hero's welcome at the Sioux Falls Regional Airport and a motorcycle escort to the Sioux Falls Arena, where the buses had a chance to drive right inside the arena for another hero's welcome. I had a chance to visit with Bill Peters from Sioux Falls about the experience.
Oh, it's a great opportunity. You know, I can't believe the organization of it. I mean, it's just step for step. Of course, they've done it a while, but they really got it down to perfection.
And Bill, what would you say to somebody who's maybe not yet made up their mind about joining us for an honor flight?
You have to sign up. I mean, what else can you say? It's one day, one long day in your life that you'll never forget.
Joe Dennison from Arlington, South Dakota, was a medic for the very first time on honor flight Mission 17.
I think a lot of our Vietnam veterans finally got the recognition and the happy welcome and happy thanks for their service instead of the negative that a lot of them were exposed to. A couple of them shared stories that weren't good, that they were reflecting on, and others were just reflecting on buddies that lost and didn't get to live the life they lived. So,
as things wrapped up at the Sioux Falls Arena, the crowd went wild. And we wrapped up the evening with the Star-Spangled Banner. If you know someone who qualifies for an honor flight, please have them reach out today. You can start the process at MidwestHonorFlight.org. You can see many photos and videos from the Clifford and Levon Grace Foundation Mission 17 at Facebook.com/Sunny Radio.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic. We have Dr. Harley joining us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, John. I'm doing fantastic. Happy October.
I know. We're like cruising right through, and next thing you know, it'll be Thanksgiving, and then it'll be Christmas. And I'm not ready.
Yeah.
So today we're going to just kind of talk about chiropractic in general, because this is something that, people have been doing for a bit now, but there's still some folks out there that are going, I'm not really sure what that is. So if you were going to explain to somebody what chiropractic is, how would you explain it?
And October is National Chiropractic Month as well. So this month, I figured it'd be a good time to talk just about chiropractic in general. Maybe you're someone listening that you've considered going to a chiropractor, but you've heard all these horror stories and you're scared to go, or you've been to a few, maybe they weren't exactly what you were looking for. Again, keep listening. There's so many different things about chiropractic. I always say it's kind of like shoe shopping, trying to find the right chiropractor, because there's so many different techniques out there, so many different styles. You just got to find a doctor that works well with what you want.
And let's talk about some of the different styles, because I've heard of like Palmer chiropractic, and I've heard of there's different ones, but that makes a difference, even just which style of chiropractic, right?
So if you've heard about Palmer, it's because Palmer College of Chiropractic is actually the foundation of chiropractic. That's where Dr. D.D. Palmer delivered the first chiropractic adjustment in 1895. So some trivia for you. And then his son founded the chiropractic school of Palmer College of Chiropractic. That was, the school started in 1897, but his son took it to create it what it is today. So if you've heard someone talk about Palmer, it's because that's like the fountainhead. That's where it all started. I'm opinionated that some of the best chiropractors came from there, because that's where I went to chiropractic.
Well, then we know it's true.
Right? It's the best
if that's where you came from.
But some other ones you might have heard of is Northwestern Health Sciences. That's one up in Minneapolis. That's a lot of the chiropractors around South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa. They're
all a bunch of hacks. I'm just kidding.
No, it's different ways of going about things, different ideologies. So, they do a great job. They're great doctors as well. But that's going to be more of the common ones in this area, just because Minneapolis is so close. Another one would be Cleveland College down in Kansas City. Not as common around here for chiropractors. I'm sure there's a few sprinkled in and out. But regardless where your chiropractor went to school, they got a great education. It's just, how each person uses it, their personalities, that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, chiropractic is all about trying to help your body heal and heal itself.
Yeah.
Because it's designed to do that. And sometimes it gets stuck. It gets thrown out of whack from all sorts of different things: life, work, family, stress.
Getting old and overdoing it. Why am I pointing at me for that one?
Old age can definitely make you aware of all of those old hurts and aches and pains that you weren't paying attention to when you were younger. And now as you've lived a life, your body's like, hey, remember that time you did that? Well, it hurts now.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing. So even, if you're living in your happy golden years, chiropractic can help you as well.
And the thing that's nice is this is something that it's not something that, I had to start when I was 20 for this to make sense. You can start whenever. So today would be a good day to start. Would have been better to start like a year ago or 2 years ago, but if you didn't, you can still start today and get back on track.
Right. It's just like working out. Like you can start at any point. Obviously, babies aren't going to the gym or anything like that, but it's always one of those things. If you're thinking about it today, start doing it now. You'll thank yourself in a year from now. You'll think of your current aches and pains and health problems. Going to see a chiropractor, if they could help relieve some of that or get rid of it, and you're doing much better, think of how much more you'll be able to enjoy your day-to-day or enjoy life to the fullest when you're not dealing with all your aches and pains and health problems.
Absolutely. Now, if somebody has any chiropractic questions and they'd like to reach out, what's the best way to connect with you for that?
Yeah, they can give us a call at 605-215-1785 or shoot us a message on our Facebook page at Balanced Life Chiropractic. We'd love to chat and let you know how chiropractic can help you and your family with your health concerns. And keep listening because the rest of the month we're going to be talking more about how chiropractic can help with various things.
Very nice. And just making sure that everybody knows, I was kidding earlier about the hacks thing. I don't want to get the emails. But if you would like to email or if you'd like to reach out to Balanced Life Chiropractic, you can do that right through their website as well. That's balancedlifesd.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
This Day in Sioux Falls History is brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, October 11th, 1954, a prison riot breaks out at the South Dakota State Penitentiary up on the hill right here in Sioux Falls. Over 300 inmates joined in the event, causing local law enforcement to attempt to aid prison guards in bringing order. Eventually, South Dakota's Governor Anderson would call in 120 South Dakota National Guardsmen, and they finally brought everything under control. Surprisingly, there were only minor injuries reported, and no deaths due to the riot. Although one inmate did later die after ingesting hair tonic for its alcohol content. This Day in Sioux Falls History has been brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Hey, this episode of the John and Heidi Show bonus hour is done. Now, there are times during the bonus hour I'll mention something from our regular program, the John and Heidi Show, which is syndicated on like 300 stations around the country. There's actually a podcast for that as well. So if I mention something that you're going, hey, whatever happened? He didn't talk to that person, or this didn't happen, that didn't happen. You can find that podcast at JohnAndHeidiShow.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour.